India's nuclear ambitions have grown at a pace and scale that few in the global community have fully reckoned with. And yet, behind the headlines, behind the diplomacy and economic charm, lies a weapons program expanding faster than anywhere else in the world. Let's rewind for a moment. In 1998, during his election campaign, former Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee boldly stated his intent to take back that part of Kashmir that is under Pakistan's administration. At first glance, this might have seemed like political chest thumping, nationalistic rhetoric designed to stir voters. But just a few months later, India declared itself a nuclear-armed state. That move was not symbolic. It changed the strategic landscape of South Asia, and the message was clear. India was willing to place nuclear capability at the center of its regional ambitions. Today, South Asia is viewed by many analysts as one of the most unstable nuclear regions in the world. The ongoing hostility between India and Pakistan adds fuel to that fire. But what is most concerning is the growing perception that India sees nuclear capability not just as a deterrent, but as a tool for dominance. Now here's the unsettling part. India's nuclear doctrine, while publicly framed as no first use, is contradicted by years of military buildup and covert expansion. According to multiple studies, India's nuclear and missile programs are not only among the most dangerous, but also the fastest growing on the planet. Why? In large part due to loopholes in international safeguards and a lack of transparency in how fissile materials are produced and stored. Since 1974, India has operated outside the boundaries of international non-proliferation agreements. This has kicked off a long-term regional arms race, especially with Pakistan. India has actively pursued nuclear triad capabilities, meaning it can launch nuclear weapons by air, land, and sea. The scale? Far greater than is commonly understood. Contrary to many Western media reports, India is not limited to a few hundred warheads. In fact, some sources suggest the country has nearly 500 nuclear weapons, which also includes some thermonuclear devices. And if it chose to, India could potentially produce over 2,600 nuclear weapons. How is that possible? Well, India is rapidly expanding its plutonium production capacity through several covert programs. Take the Dhruva reactor, for example. It's already in operation, but not under the International Atomic Energy Agency's safeguards. On top of that, India is constructing at least 5 more breeder reactors. These reactors can churn out around 700 kilograms of weapons-grade plutonium per year. That's not for civilian energy use, that's for warheads. Meanwhile, Indian nuclear scientists have openly opposed placing the fast breeder program under international oversight. Their rationale? The military utility is simply too high to allow external scrutiny. And it does not stop there. India is also building what experts describe as a covert nuclear city, a vast, hidden military complex with advanced centrifuge systems and research labs. Its goal is to produce high-yield thermonuclear weapons, including hydrogen bombs. This is the largest nuclear weapons production facility in South Asia, and yet it has received little international pushback. Interestingly, while institutions like the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute estimate India has 180 nuclear warheads, Indian defense sources had already planned, back in 2005, to scale that number to 300 to 400 within a decade. Today, those estimates may already be outdated. But perhaps the biggest concern is the loophole in global oversight. Thanks to a controversial civilian nuclear deal with the US, India has retained large amounts of plutonium outside of IAEA inspection. These materials, officially designated for civilian use, are now suspected to be feeding India's military nuclear expansion. India's 3-stage nuclear strategy aims to exploit these gaps. More reactors are being planned, more fissile material is being produced, well beyond what is necessary for power generation. According to projections, India could soon surpass nuclear powers like China, France, and even the UK in total warhead capacity, trailing only behind the US and Russia. So why isn't this raising alarms? A large part of the answer lies in geopolitics. India's growing economy and alignment with Western powers have made it an attractive partner, one that many are hesitant to criticize. But the facts remain. Since 1974, India has consistently repurposed peaceful nuclear technology for military use, and it has shown a willingness to sidestep international laws concerning not just nuclear weapons, but also space and missile development. Ultimately, India's nuclear policy isn't about defense. It's about establishing and maintaining regional hegemony. And as long as this trajectory continues unchecked, the threat to regional and global security will only grow. It's time the international community moved beyond economic interests and acknowledged the reality of the Indian nuclear threat.